Hi Pisces, how are we this week? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking ahead at February 2024, okay? We're already getting well into the year already. It's crazy. It's going so quickly so far. I suppose it all does as you get a bit older. It seems to, day to day go really, really slow, but then as you realize, it's like, oh wow, it's going really quickly. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. We will be running a competition very, very soon to win a free personal reading. So make sure you do subscribe so you can keep an eye out for that as well. This week I am using, we're starting off with the Mystic Martian Oracle, relatively new deck. We're going to be starting with that one. It does give some really interesting sort of deeper kind of messages too, so it's really fun. We also have the Gilded Reverie Lenormand as our main Lenormand deck this week, and then I do also have the When Two Souls Meet Connection Love Oracle. Soul Connection Love Oracle there. Okay, Two Hearts Meet Soul Connection Love Oracle, I believe that's called. I would have to double check. I've got that many empty boxes here. So many boxes of empty because all the cards are out and being used, obviously. So without further ado, Pisces, we'll get into it for you. I am splitting the month start, middle, and end. So we're going to start with that Mystic Martian Oracle and see what comes out for you with that as a bit of an overview for each portion of the month. And we'll sort of delve into that a little bit more with the Lenormand. Okay, Pisces. What's going on for our Pisces in February? Start, middle, and end of February for Pisces, please. Okay, an interesting month for you this month, Pisces. Starting us off there, we've got the Mantis beings coming through. Okay, so that card says enigma, elusive, and sensitive. Okay, so Pisces, being a water sign, you are known to, be a little bit more on the sensitive side, whether you show it or not. You are a little bit more sensitive. I am actually feeling that that's talking about spiritually sensitive here, Pisces, that you're very in tune to sort of the underlying energy of what's going on for people around you, the underlying energy just around like you yourself. But it does feel like a bit more of that sensitive in that sense, sensitive to energy rather than sensitive emotionally. Although some of you definitely may be finding that there is a few little moments during the start of February where you are feeling just a little bit sensitive emotionally. So just be aware of that. That may be an issue for a couple of you. But enigma and elusive. So it's kind of like you're hiding from yourself a little bit here, trying to really pin down what exactly everything sort of means. I feel like there might be some stuff going on around you, Pisces, where you're kind of just trying to, you're feeling the energy to it and you're kind of really trying to work out what that means in reality, and it's just sort of eluding you a little bit, that you can pick up on all this energy but you're not exactly sure what it means. So I just would be prepared for the start of February here that you may be picking up on a lot of stuff just randomly from other people. So that's when things like protection and shielding kind of exercises really do come in handy here, Pisces. I just feel as though you're very spiritually sensitive at the start of February, and you may be picking up on quite a lot, just in the energy of the universe, the energy of people around you. But we'll get a bit of a look here, because it may, for some of you, it may be sensitive to a specific person's energy as well. And I'm getting for at least one of you that it's sensitive to somebody's energy, but that person is not actually physically around you. So you're kind of like, what is this weird feeling I'm having? Because it's not making logical sense to you, because it's actually related to something that's happening to somebody that you don't know what's going on for them at the moment. So whether this is somebody you don't even know, or somebody that you're at a quite a distance from, friends, family, loved ones, that sort of stuff, it's feeling like there's a connection there that, yeah, it may be elusive, the connection may be elusive, and you're not physically connected in reality with this person, but you've got that energy connection, and so you're picking up on all these emotions, and you're like, where is that even coming from? I don't even get it. Okay, but that's just one or two of you. Okay, Pisces, what's going on for Pisces at the start of February, please? As always, Pisces, your energy is usually pretty strong. I pick it up pretty quickly with your energy there. So just off one card there, and I was sort of my intuition was going on about that card for about 4 minutes there. Okay, I definitely am an intuitive reader rather than a traditional reader. I feel like everyone that watches probably would realize that already. But we do have the scythe energy coming through with the anchor. I'm seeing a bit of a chronicle sequence here, because the last card we have out there is the stork, which is the end of the sequence here, because at the start of the sequence with that scythe energy, that's where you're sort of breaking free of stuff, things that are holding you back, because that anchor, when we're breaking free of that anchor, the negative anchor energy, that's breaking free from the things that have been holding us stuck, the things that have been sort of weighing down on us and holding us to the bottom of the ocean floor, not allowing us to move. Whereas the positive of the anchor is much even though it's still the anchor that holds you steady, it's all about that steadiness rather than holding you stopped and still. Whereas I feel like you're breaking free from that stopped and still kind of energy, and sort of transforming that anchor yourself, because you're breaking free of that stuck kind of energy here. With the scythe there, it does talk about unexpected changes, things happening very suddenly out of nowhere, those sudden sort of plot twists occurring, things stirring you up a little bit straight away too, with that stork energy stirring you up a little bit here. So definitely a couple of you may have some sensitive moments during the start of February, just because things are changing really quickly. Things are coming out of nowhere at you, I kind of feel. For some of you, this is like, it's like the things that have been holding you back, it's like they're suddenly getting cut away, and all of a sudden you're finding yourself a little bit adrift, away from those things that, because there's a comfortability. With being stuck, there's a comfortability. You get so used to being held in that one place, and then change becomes something that you're a little bit fearful of, because it's just different, and you've got to readjust and realign to the new changes. So I do feel like that's what's happening here at the start of February for you. Something coming through. I do feel as though something is going to come through really quickly and unexpected, like something's going to change. Once again, it could definitely have something to do with not even a physical change. It could just be a change in the energy. You're suddenly breaking free from this sort of stuck energy, and you're finding the more elusive energies within yourself, and kind of going, oh, I've been feeling like this and this, and that was holding me back a little bit, and I'm going to break free from that energy that's holding me down, holding me back, and you suddenly unexpectedly it's kind of just like a switch overnight just gets flipped, and all of a sudden you're just total different mindset, total different outlook, total different vibe for you going through there, Pisces, and you're not letting yourself sort of be stuck anymore and held back by things. There may definitely be something in particular for some of you that has been holding you back. This could definitely be a person that you are aware is holding you back, holding you down in place, from being able to move forward, and if that's the case for you and you resonate with that, you are sort of overnight just going, that's it, I'm cutting that out. Cut that out, Pisces. I'm I'm getting, I don't need to deal with that energy anymore. I'm out of that. I've cut that person off, even for some of you, if it is a person. But for some of you, there is something specific that it's holding you back, and you're just kind of making this sudden switch to go, do you know what? That's it. Cut that out. I don't need that in my life anymore. I'm going to move forward. All right, and moving forward into calmer waters, because the anchor as the positive, once that's calm, it does actually hold you steady in the long run, holds your ship steady. It allows you to sail whatever waters come your way. You're kind of like, I've been through that. I know things hold me back and whatever. I've been through that. I can deal with that. I've done that now. Now I'm going to move forward and start a new sort of journey. Maybe try out a couple of waves and see how I go, and whatever. You feel more prepared to take those waves on now than you may have even just a week ago, a day ago, so it's just that sudden sort of shift in you, I feel, for a lot of you there. I am feeling that for quite a lot of you, there is something specific happening, though, related to something changing quickly. So it may be something just suddenly breaking that out of your life, cutting that out of your life. For others of you, it's got more to do with this stork energy, which is, that's like the light bulb going on off over your head, that idea generation, that growing something within yourself, stirring up brand new energy for yourself. And I kind of feel that for a lot of you, you're like, cut that out. I've got this idea that I want to do this, and we're just going to stir that up and move into that new energy and get things moving and shaking is kind of what that feels like. You're ready to sort of take flight and start these new adventures and not allow things to hold you back anymore. So it's ultimately a very positive energy here, Pisces, for the start of the month. And then moving into the middle of the month, we do still get quite a strong spiritual message coming through for you, Pisces, with this Ebens card. I don't know how to pronounce that one, but that's mystery, reading between the lines, and intuition. So that's the stuff that you're good at as well, Pisces. You guys are very, very intuitive, whether you are aware of that or not. Pisces, like I said, very sensitive spiritually already. You do have a very strong intuition. Every single Pisces I have ever met has a very, very strong intuition, even when they're not aware of it. Okay, so reading between the lines. You're really reading the energy, reading what's going on beneath the surface, not really taking things at face value, actually looking into things with your spidey senses a little bit here, and really just trusting yourself, trusting your intuition on things, and really listening to what your intuition is telling you about people and situations, and listening to that. So I do feel as though that's a really good mode for you this month, Pisces, is to be very aware of your intuition and listening to that intuition this month. But we'll delve into the lenormand for you, Pisces. Okay, Pisces, what's going on for Pisces middle of February? Ooh. Can I just get one more to clarify? Can I just get one more to clarify this person, please? Okay, so I'm getting two messages here. I do have another person in your energy here, Pisces. Okay, because I do have the dog energy first and foremost, which usually does relate to friendships, a specific friend that's in your life. I am getting dual messages here, so I'll get into it. But it can talk about loyalty, compassion, companionship, somebody who's very supportive of you, or you're supportive of them, or it, flowing both ways. I do feel that for a lot of you, this is going both ways. But we do have the magnifying glass, which is basically just telling you to look closer at a situation. So this is where your intuition is asking you to really look at this situation and look at what's going on under the surface here, and look a little bit deeper into maybe not so much the person, but the things that aren't being said, that reading between the lines. Okay, so this person may be saying something to you, but really looking a little bit closer at how they're saying it, what they're actually saying. I feel like this person is trying to tell you something without actually telling you something. We do have the masculine energy as well. So for some of you, this is definitely something more than just friendship. Okay, this is like that energy of a friend that if you look a bit deeper, you're realizing that there's a little bit more to it, that they may actually be trying to tell you, look, I've got a lot of loyalty for you, Pisces, and you just didn't even realize that they were thinking so highly of you. There is an element here, though, of because the other message I am getting is that this has got to do with just a general friend, regardless of gender, even with that masculine there, regardless of gender. We don't sort of genderize the masculine, feminine energy, but it's kind of asking you to look a little bit closer at, the way that the control is within this friendship. Who's more domineering. But I do feel, once again, it is actually very reciprocal. So it's because, that's been clarified by the flowers, which is all about reciprocal energy, reciprocal time, love, patience, energy in general. So I do feel as though this is actually a very reciprocal connection here. But I'm just sort of getting this. I'm just sort of getting this that. The reason we're being asked to look closer is because one of you is kind of feeling like it's not equal. One of you is feeling like somebody else has all the power. Someone else dominates the conversation. Someone else dominates the time, the love, the energy. They control the time, the love, the energy. They look at this friendship very logically rather than compassionately and with more from a head space rather than a heart space. But I feel as though that's why you're being asked to look more closely, because I'm feeling that it's a little bit of doing your research, a little bit looking deeper into the situation and realizing that it is actually going both ways. But I'm kind of getting that you're both just doing things in different ways. But you're both still trying to, give the same amount. But I'm just getting this example of like, because if you give somebody $2 and instead of giving you $2 back, they give you $2 worth of jelly beans, the value is the same. Okay, so this is kind of what's happening here is you're giving this person cash and they're giving you jelly beans, and you're kind of looking at them, you're kind of sitting here going, they're not giving me anything, but they are. They're trying to put in the same amount, but they've only got jelly beans. They haven't got cash. So they are trying to put in that same amount as what you're putting in. And I just feel as though that's why you're being asked to look a little bit more closely at this, because it's just something to do with the dynamic between the two of you, where you may feel as though this person is dominating your time, your love, your energy, and not giving you anything in return. But I feel like they actually are trying to give you all that stuff back in return, but the way that they give it back is just differently to the way that you give, and so it's just and because I feel like they feel the same way. This is feeling, it's going both ways. Okay, Pisces, so they are sitting there going, I give Pisces this and this and this. I give Pisces $2 worth of jelly beans all the time, but they only ever give me cash. I don't want cash. I want jelly beans back. So it's it's that give and take, and you're both kind of not realizing that you're both giving equally, but because you're both giving equally in different ways, it's just not, you're both kind of looking like, oh, this is an unequal relationship, but it's actually not. So it's asking you to look closer at that. And with that dog there, I do feel as though it's kind of reminding you that at the end of the day, is your friendship, your loyalty to this person, your understanding of this person, your compassion towards this person, and vice versa, all that back to you. Is that worth it to you, or is it more important to you to be in control of how things are actually shown to you? It's a little bit. It does feel like it's a little bit calling you out here, Pisces. It's definitely calling the other person out as well. Like I said, this is totally equal between you and this person. So if I'm calling you out, I'm calling them out as well. Because I'm saying, why do you always have to give cash? And I'm saying to them, why do you always have to give jelly beans? Why don't you give cash? Why don't you give jelly beans for once? Try to look at it from the other person's perspective and understand that they are actually giving to this. Look a little bit deeper. Look a bit deeper and look at the underlying loyalty and the underlying compassion and friendship between you and this person. And I feel like that'll help you see that this is actually an equal give and take connection. And your intuition is, trying to tell you that you just, because I am just getting that, I just keep getting sort of told that I need to call you out a little bit here, Pisces, that I need to sort of tell you that your intuition is trying to tell you that you know this person cares for you and loves you, and wants to be there for you, and you know that they're trying the only way that they know how. So why are you upset about it is kind of what I'm getting there. You need to read between the lines a little bit with this person, with this situation. But for at least one or two of you, this is a situation where it's somebody who is a friend of yours. The reading between the lines, the looking deeper is you needing to understand that this person wants to give to you in a totally different way. As in, they want to, start a deeper connection with you, maybe a love-based, romantic connection with you. So I'm definitely getting that for a couple of you as well. So, you'll know which side of that you fall on, because obviously it would be somebody that, if you stop and look into it a bit deeper, you're going to realize that, hang on, this person is, trying to flirt with me, or, they are trying to sort of test the waters to see if we can, move to a different level of connection here, just instead of just friendship. So you're going to know if that's you, I feel, once you start looking a little bit deeper at this connection. So that's the middle of February. Then the end of February, we do have the Alpha Centurions. Okay, so this is all about planning, strategizing, that foresight, looking ahead, and really strategizing where you're going to go from here, and how you're going to go from here. And do I need to, it's like you can even see they're playing chess here. So it's all about looking 4 steps ahead. Not just looking at the step you're about to take, but looking, where that's going to take you, and then where that takes you, and then where that takes you, and then where that, looking 4 steps ahead of where you're going and how you're going to get there. And, do I need to go over this way instead of that way if I want to get to that square over there? So it's looking ahead and strategizing. But we'll have a look at the end of February for Pisces. End of February for our Pisces, please. I really did not mean for these videos to be so long this week, but I've obviously, every time I try to do a short video, it ends up double the length I always think it's going to be. Okay. Firstly, we have the Bear, Pisces. Then the Bridge, Okay, so this bridge is what you're planning towards, all right? This is what you need the foresight towards, the strategy to get to this bridge and crossing this bridge. There's a certain there's a bridge coming up in the end of February where you need to cross a certain bridge to get to the other side, to get to the greener pastures, to for a lot of the time when we see the bridge energy, it's about crossing that bridge and then burning it behind you as well. But I do feel it's asking you to, when you're strategizing, planning ahead, take on board the bear energy. So you're really needing to work out your boundaries. All right. So when I get to this bridge, this thing, I know I'm going to cross this. When I get I know that this is coming up, and there's this bridge that I've got to cross. There's this span that I've got to overcome. I've got to get to. I feel like for a lot of you, it's like you've got to get to this bridge to start with, but then once you get to this bridge, it's like starting a journey into a new lands kind of thing. So it's something that you're undertaking in the future here, and I feel like maybe towards the very end of February you're getting quite close to this bridge. Maybe start of March there. It's like a bridge you've got to cross. It's like just trying to think of an example to explain what I'm sort of meaning here. It's kind of like, because when I was talking about the chess, and you've got 4 steps, you've got to take 4 steps to get to this bridge, and then that this bridge is coming up. So that at the start of March you're going to have, for example, with your career, right? This could be a like a job review interview kind of thing, where that you've got to cross this bridge. When you get to it, you can't really do much right now. You've just got to wait for that to pop up, and then try to do the best you can at that interview, and make sure you've still got your job, make sure you can get a promotion, ask for a change of direction within the workplace, be put in that different department. So that's the bridge. That bridge is coming up, and you want to cross this bridge and get to that other side of that bridge where you're on this new land where you want to be, and you're on this fertile ground on the other side, back to stable ground. That there's something coming up that's going to be a little bit shaky and unsteady when you hit it, but if you can get across that, everything's stable on the other side. So just as that example, like a job thing where you've got to have a review, right? So to see how good you've been doing, and if you can get a promotion or a change department kind of thing. So in that example, this bear energy is talking about putting up your boundaries as to what you will and will not tolerate. So you will not take an offer that is lower than what I'm already earning. I will not take a offer that is in that other department that I don't want to go to, but I will take an offer if it's the right department, but no raise. I will take an offer if it's not necessarily the ideal department, but a raise. So you really need to work out clearly your boundaries before that's what you're planning out here, is you standing in your power as well. This is strength. Standing strong, tall, and firm in your power, and asking for what you deserve, okay? And having those boundaries up firm. I'm not going to take no for an answer kind of thing. I'm not going to let you stomp all over me and whatnot. I'm going to protect my own interests here, and I'm going to, nurture myself and my well-being when I get to this bridge. So that's what you're really needing to plan out. So when you're thinking about whatever this bridge is for you, whether it's a job review, interview, or something completely different, that's the aspect of it you're planning and strategizing for, is how am I going to have my boundaries firm? What are my boundaries, and how am I going to stand firm in what I'm asking for here, what I deserve out of this situation? What am I willing to put up with? What am I not willing to put up with? Having those solid framework of boundaries that you're working with here. And then we do see the owls as well. So there's 2 birds cards in this particular deck, we have the chitty chattery gossipy birds, and then we have the owls, which is all about wisdom and conversations that are, where you're using a lot of wisdom or getting advice as well. So for a lot of you, it definitely could be for somebody out there, it definitely could be like a job review thing, because you are needing to use your wisdom, use how much, I'm just getting that you're like this wise old owl and you can teach others to do this, and, using that experience to really show people that, look, I'm wise, I can do this, I've got this, I'm smart enough to do this, I know, I've already researched everything, I know how to do, everything, step of every single thing in that department. All I have to do is just be put there, and I know I'm going to be great at it, and having that conversation and standing strong and firm and soaring, for the sky, being like, not taking no for an answer, once again with that bear energy as well. But this is the actual conversation. So there is a conversation that is going to be somehow relevant to that big bridge moment for you, Pisces, at the end of February. Like I said, I feel like for some of you that creeps into March a little bit as well, but there is, the conversational element of that is important. So remember to, come from a very, wise sort of Zen zone with that conversation, rather than, getting emotional or anything like that. You do need to sort of act very wisely and communicate clearly within that conversation. All right, but we'll have a look at romantic love for you as well, Pisces. What's going on for Pisces with romantic love during February, please? Pisces, romantic love for our Pisces during February. Okay. Oh. The start of February, we've got the past lives card coming through here, Pisces. That does say we reunite with our loved ones over and over again throughout many different lives. All right, so you may, if you're already in a connection, you may be there may be something about this person that is making you kind of realize that you've shared other lifetimes with this person. For others of you, this could just be talking about your past life within this life, that the version of yourself in love that you no longer are, is somehow being a little bit important at the moment. There may be somebody from the past in your energy. Once again, it's showing me this mantis beings. So this is once again that sensitive energy where I was saying right at the start, you this month, that you may be picking up on somebody else's energy that's not even around you. So this could definitely be somebody from your your past love kind of stuff. It could also be past lives that you're meeting somebody, or you are connected to somebody who you have shared a past life with during the start of February. We have, for the middle of February, admire. It's time to think of everything that you admire in your partner. All right, that does actually have anchor imagery on that as well. Those little tattoos on their fingers are little anchors. So it's just very interesting to me that it's come up in that reading as well. An anchor may be somehow significant. There may even be somebody with a small anchor tattoo or something like that, because anchors are actually a quite common tattoo. My ex had an anchor tattoo, so I know they're definitely, a lot of people know people that have got an anchor tattoo. That could also be that friendship person. That could, yeah. It's telling me that could be that friend that wants to be more than a friend. They're looking at you and they're trying to tell you, I admire you, Pisces. But for those of you who aren't connected to anyone, it's time to think of everything that you admire in the partner that you want. All right, so what would be the qualities that you would admire in a partner, in an ideal partner here, Pisces, if you are a single Pisces? Because I am strongly picking up that for majority of you, there's somebody in your energy here with romantic love, but you're not in a reality connection with this person, because at the end of February, we do have telepathic. as well. So, you know, straight up, you're not in a physical connection with, you know, a lot of you are not in a physical connection with this person at the moment. Close soul connections are harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepathy. So if you are in a connection, that's where you see those moments of, you know, finishing each other's sentences, all that sort of stuff, both of you thinking of the same things at the same time. But, you know, I'm strongly getting that for a lot of you, you're sharing telepathic messages, telepathic energy with somebody, maybe from your past, maybe from somewhere that you have not even met this person as of yet, but you are telepathically connected to this person already. Okay, so very interesting, Pisces. Let me know if you know who that person is, if you, you know, are actually in a connection or not. Very interesting. Or let me know, especially if we know who the friend is that wants more, because that's just a couple of you, but that's very interesting. And I'm really nosy. I love all that sort of stuff. I love love and all that. So let me know. Okay, Pisces. But that's what we've got for you guys this week. You're more than welcome to check your other placements. And hopefully I'll see you all soon.